sent it over to me of an Arizona iced tea.
Yeah?
I was like, we're
gonna play it?
We're gonna play it. It's only like a minute. It's awesome. It's so good. Basically,
big enough that we can show the cameras.
Well, just for a second.
Give it to the sound.
Yeah. Arizona pop-up showing up on your block. You ain't ready. Got the coast babies. 99 pennies. Great buy. Are you with me? Ice, we about it. 24 ounces. Can't myself a deal like this whenever you around it. Very happy, feeling love, big cans. Rose to the top, out the purple projects. Flexing in the big, applicating the match bag. Been around for a while. This is not a trial. Arizona iced tea. A game
Put it into the mic.
Yeah. We about it, 24 ounces, 99 pennies, oh lordy, that's astounding. And it tastes so great. Arizona iced tea all dang day. Arizona iced tea.
Anyway, I was like, Wallner, I need a strong rap for this last episode. And he's like, literally 30 minutes later, sends it over. I was like,
extraordinaire over here.
But he's like, 99 pennies. I was like, dude, you're killing me. Dude, shout out to Von Stallone. He's just incredible.
For sure.
He's absolutely.
So he's still he lives in Virginia. He lives
in the sticks, dude. He lives in the middle of nowhere.
Middle of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
There's always that
Fredericksburg,
skate park.
Virginia.
That's what I see all the time. Is that skate park? It's like the most DIY, like in the woods, sheet
it's
metal.
Training ground.
It's crazy. It's funny. I actually was just skating. You said Fredericksburg or Frederick?
Fredericksburg, Virginia. It's like a historical town in like the Civil War.
Because I was just skating Frederick, Maryland, but that's Maryland.
Oh, separate place.
Yeah. Close though. Close. DMV. All the people from DMV like all know, each other in some ways of like the skaters that all kind of came from there. Because I feel like in some ways there weren't a ton of people that kind of came out. I mean, the DC people for sure. I mean, there's huge people like Annie Stone, Pepe Martinez, like Darren Harper, like crazy names for sure. And like those are the kind of people that I'd somehow like. I saw Darren Harper all the time going to Pulaski as like a kid, and that was so wild. Like to us, like that's like. I mean, he's like the Stevie Williams of DC. That's the way I would always look at Darren Harper. So those are the people that I got to like skate with in DC as a kid, which was always like a huge thing for me, Because in Maryland, you're like just going to spots and there's no one there. You know what I mean? It's just like getting kicked out maybe by some security guard, but DC is where all the like real stuff happened.
Going to a big city as a kid is always just like the best. Yeah. That's why you guys like growing up in Brooklyn, like. Yeah. It just, to me, that didn't even seem like real, like as a kid. I'm in like the farmland, just wishing I could live in California or somewhere. And then it's crazy, and I'm 44 years old, and it all happened.
Yeah.
Like,
you're here,
I'm down in here in New York, I'm already starting to think like,
hey, but
wow, that was a good ride.
Maybe you wouldn't still be in New York, though, if you like came up from here. Like, I feel like as being trans,
perhaps,
like,
but I'm just saying, like, I just think it's so authentic to like,
born and raised.
These guys, it's Frank dudes that are just like, it's just saying he left the East Village. Yeah. He left the LES at 95. He's already there. He's already done with it. It's insane. We would show up in 2002 and it felt so real and so awesome, but like I couldn't even imagine being a young gun like in that in the LES or just all over even Brooklyn. Like it's just I just have so much respect for it. Must make you so strong growing up here if you're able to like get through all this.
We got Alex Corcoran coming in later today, so I'm going to talk to him about those days.
Yeah. I mean,
the whole Harold Hunter days.
I love listening to stories from all those guys. Like, about
and it never gets old. There's always new stories that haven't been told by all of them because, maybe there's been a lot said about Supreme, but like those days, but there's still so much, more to all of them than just that,
I mean, but they were a part of all that. Yeah. Everybody's hanging out there. Sure. Like,
so I'm saying, still, we got more stories to find out. Telling the
ABC Skate Shop is for sure like popping.
Adrian Lopez, shout out to Adrian.
I don't know if you are. I guess you're too much of a young gun, but
hey, I get it a lot.
We used to have a spot on St. Mark's Place.
Yep. Skate MIC.
Just 41 St. Mark's Place, and we called it the Man Shanty. Okay. And it was just like the shanty is pretty much what we called it. It was just like a dollhouse of a studio apartment. Seamus Murphy and I lived there.
A skate shop?
No,
this is a house. Okay.
Yeah, it was only about the size of this table with like a little bit of a room upstairs. And
kitchen probably shoved in the bathroom.
was like
shoebox.
all my
situation.
friends at one point were like living on the floor there.
So it was
like
a skate house.
It was a skate house.
It was a skate house. Okay.
It's a party house.
And how old was like everyone in that era? Like,
On a really,
bunch of,
really
like,
sad note, but I'll share this
like
with you guys.
in
I
the
remember
20
somebody died like shortly
In
after
that
coming to our house, and they left, and then they died. And I remember being like, "Wow, dude, I'm glad they didn't die
I was
here."
gonna say in the apartment. I thought you were about to tell me that.
No, that's horrible to say, but it was wild. Like shit was going down.
Makes sense though.
I mean, I think it was like too many whippets.
Yep.
I think that was maybe what
that's
what they
then?
said.
That
I
was
remember one of my
popular
friends with so many whippets, and like he stepped outside the car or outside the apartment,
Yeah.
and like was like, oh, like
The
all
oxygen
hyped to
was
like
too much.
skate, and I was like, he was not even a real skater, and like he literally got hit by a taxi going so fast right away, and I was like, that was dumb.
Yeah, that'll do it to you.
So, dude, New York has been so epic for me on like that sort of wild nights and you know, that turn into like next level situations.
For sure.
Austin, New Orleans.
Nice.
Yeah. So
All right.
get ready. It's gonna be a good year.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I was thinking I wanted to give you a shout out for all you've been killing it with doing a lot of like art shows in the city and around, and we did our Basel together.
Yeah, we've done a ton together.
Yeah.
Actually, it's crazy. So I was in 2 showcases. So that second one was
You got to double up.
Was the clubhouse one.
Yeah.
But that one was like
You see what everyone
different.
else is up to from around the world from that.
Oh yeah. And that was the coolest
Killing
thing was
it.
that like, you know, we all met in Miami, and these were people from like all over the world. I mean, people from Germany, people from like, I mean, there was people from like South America even, like
South America,
I can't remember the
Europe,
specific cities that everyone was from, but it was
Australia.
wild, you know? 12 of us or something like that. It's usually 12 or so. We can roll some dice for it, but
yeah.
but yeah, it's been really cool just to like when you're brought together like through something like skating, and then that mesh like, and it's only a weekend of knowing these people, and then bam.
You still
I, like,
stay in
still
touch with
connect.
Space Goth and
Space, yeah, Jason Keem. I'm actually
Awesome.
like really good friends with Jason Keem and his girlfriend.
I'm having a
Dakota.
blast watching everybody
Yeah.
like their careers. Their careers were already like
Right.
going places, but it's cool just to know that we were
Oh, you really
helping.
That was a
sort of
big boost, I
facilitate.
think, for all of us. You know,
Working with Thrasher and Jux, and
Yeah.
that whole event was really
high
cool.
speed. Shout out
Basically,
to high speed.
Max's work was off the hook.
Thanks, man.
Sam.
And that's Sam. Who's this over here?
Sam Diaz.
True.
I was just talking to him the other day. He was. I
And
love
we're
what he's
going to
doing.
talk about Sam Baptiste.
Sam Baptiste. There's a lot of Sams.
Yeah.
But
I get
Max's
a
work
lot of
was
3 different.
off the hook in at the show at our Basel.
And that really like got me a big connect at Juxtapose because I met
You ended up with the back
Evan
cover,
Creco.
dude.
Yeah, back cover, man.
Let's talk about back
That's
cover.
huge. I should have brought it.
Yeah. I had the back cover of I think it was
Like-
Heckler or some shit.
Okay.
That was-
Any other Matt? Have you ever gotten a cover of any?
I got a cover of Stepdad. Just my
That's
face,
sick.
just like
I know Mike
beat up from
Gustafon, right?
a Mexico City fall.
I've seen. That's the video you must have sent when you were trying not to be a stuntman.
No,
right?
I was already a
That was a
stuntman.
gnarly fall, though.
That was
I've
heavy.
seen
You
that.
know what's funny about that trick is, you know, it's always dangerous when you're in
What was
South
it,
America
50
or anywhere outside of.
It was a fit. What were we doing? I know it was a King Trail, but 50,
Let me
50
just say
down or
this:
something.
when you're in foreign land,
Yeah.
you're always thinking like, let's say you're in
Cops,
Vietnam or
there's,
something.
like-
You're like, fuck, going to the hospital here is just gonna
Sure.
be, you know, it
Yeah.
doesn't work out. How is that gonna work?
Twist your veins around and they give you surgery.
So
Yep.
it's a little bit scary. And in Mexico City, when I ollied this into the steep bank, smashed my face, was out cold. They're like, my friend was
water
like,
around you.
get in the van. We're going to my friend's house, and his dad's a doctor. They open up a garage door, sitting there just like
Oh.
spazzing out, like so in pain, blood, teeth. And he just gives me a big shot of like
Adrenaline. or
whatever,
some
like
shit.
in my ass, and I was like, thank you. And then we were able to like kind of like focus, and I went to the hospital, and like
Yeah.
they just like checked my jaw and shit. But yeah, so getting like serious injuries, like
Yeah.
obviously in skateboarding, that's one of the things that, you know, I like to party.
Yeah.
I like to go for shit.
Yeah.
I like to roll the dice, and it doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
And I paid the price for sure, but in the end, it's so fucking fun to be with your friends and be like, I'm gonna go for it, and then they're like, should you? And that's when you should realize that maybe you shouldn't go for it. But there's so many times when you do go for it and you make it, and then just party into the sun.
That's what makes it worth it.
Yeah.
What's been like your worst? I mean, have you ever broken like arm or leg?
That's what's crazy. I've been overall really lucky.
You're nimble.
7 times I broke my nose.
Oh man.
Broke my teeth hella times. But as far as like other things, nothing really.
No fingers?
Fingers
are weird, right? Like I've broken a lot of my fingers. Yeah.
This was in San Diego. I was like pushing towards a handrail and I was like caught in between, like ready to grind the rail and not. And I stopped, grabbed the rail. It was like one of those flowery kind of thing. But I can't say enough what it's like to be. And all the true skaters, like, what it's like when you're with your friends.
Oh yeah.
You have that extra ability to do stuff.
Yeah.
You can do things that maybe you wouldn't normally be able to do.
Because they hype it up.
I love that moment.
Especially with the skater. Like, I always love the feeling of when skating with people that I've actually grown up skating with. Because for some reason I feel like I learn new tricks when I'm with like that person that I'm that comfortable with.
True.
Because you end up just pushing each other inevitably. Because you just grew up skating together, and did that from the beginning.
That's so true.
Is there anyone from like where you grew up, like that live here now?
Probably
not. Not many people made it out.
Not from my close friends.
Yeah.
But I only had a few close friends in that era,
and maybe they like stopped skating and stuff like that.
But I mean, like. Paul Zitzer's from
I know Paul
from Wisconsin.
I don't know a lot about Wisconsin. I've probably just gone through there to go to like Michigan or something.
Oh really?
Like that.
Okay, that's what
I grew up going to Detroit a lot. My parents were from Detroit, so I grew up going there a lot.
I mean, it's the scene's strong. It's for sure. It's all good. But as a kid, I just wanted to be like here or in Cali and stuff.
Which is so interesting is like. Well, with New York, that makes sense in your area. Like, for me, it was definitely, like, all I thought was California. Because even in, like, the 90s, like, it was still, like, in the mags, it seemed like it was all California, or because the industry was just only there. Like, now, you can kind of do it anywhere. Like, there's still, like, if you want to...
Sure, you can do it anywhere. You don't have to be...
for sure.
But it's still nice to do tricks in the city.
Right.
And like we were talking about earlier, those hot spots where you only get one try kind of thing. I love those spots.
It's the best.
I absolutely love them. That's another thing that gets you amped. Like, the spot I'm thinking about is that I grinded at handrail on 50th and Broadway.
Okay.
Which is like probably one of my biggest tricks I've ever done in New York.
Awesome.
And the security, like,
we'd have to like kicked out, like,
cause a ruckus over here, get the security over, and then I'm gonna go for a gap to 20 over here. And it was like middle of the day. People are like, "Oh my God, you see that? The kid almost died." I'm running back up and just like, God, I love those moments.
Yeah.
That's when I ended up making that one. It took me 6 different
slams.
No, 6 different.
Oh, you
like,
went
missions.
Oh, wow.
It took me a year to get that trick.
Well, because every time you went, you kind of just get kicked out.
I'd get 1 try, 2 tries, and almost get it, and then get kicked out.
Yep.
Like, to the point where, like, they would stand in front of the spot.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
6 different tries over the course of a year. One time I fell
so
hard I
couldn't.
I, like, literally fell on my hip so gnarly that I had, like, water.
Yep.
Like, my hip was, like oddly, like... Anyway, I got so wrecked, and then I still went back after it healed.
That's gnarly.
I'm proud of myself for that one.
Hey, I mean, people don't even know, like, how long... Because when you watch, like, a video, it's like... It just seems like people do things first try, obviously, because it's just all makes.
I think when you watch my stuff, you know I did it first try. I think even the viewers,
like... outside of skateboarding, you know what I mean? Like, they don't understand, like, how many tries things take.
When I see all the people I look up to, it looks pretty flawless.
Yeah. Well, because, like, and especially today with, like, things like Street League, like, because those things are live, I mean, it's crazy how some people are that, like, punctual.
Are you going to go to the Olympics, Max?
I'm actually super excited to talk to, like, Louis Talatino today, actually, right after you.
Yeah, I'm not the Olympic guy.
He's going to the Olympics, and I'm
good for him,
ask him about it.
Louis deserves it. I think Carlo Serrazano might be going with him as well.
Yeah, I mean, I actually may go out. You know, I'm excited for it. I mean,
whatever.
There's the whole
I
like
think it's great for everyone.
mixed like messages within the industry of it, but I think it's like, well, it's happening, so there's no like argument of it anymore. So I think it's just cool for the people that get to be in this first, you know, skateboarding Olympics. You know.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna try to make it. I'm gonna try to bring my family out there, and just because Tokyo's fun, and
yeah, I've never been to Tokyo, so it seems like the right moment for me to go.
When you go, there's this spot like 30 minutes outside of Tokyo.
Yeah.
I feel like I was there almost on like a Frank sort of vibe. I was like, some gangster flew out someone that I was hanging out with. I got to go.
Come to this place.
I got to go for a month to Tokyo, like for free.
That's just an allegation that can't be.
And no, it wasn't directly Frank, but it was kind of like an epic, like, you guys know the club Feria? It's like the club in Tokyo. It's like this very tough mofo runs it, and anyway, I ended up getting to go out on a club behalf.
Yeah.
I got to go out there for a month to party.
Club it up.
So, but I was skating every day, and there's a spot like these natural like transitions.
Oh, so
like,
this is that, but you said
Tokyo.
30 minutes outside of Tokyo, isn't that kind of like become
I'm saying it's easy to get there, so go skate the spot.
Yeah. I mean, because I know someone that lives. It's funny. I don't know anyone in Tokyo.
Yeah,
but I know someone right outside the city, and he's going to be the only one that's going to be able to like get me around. Outside of Tokyo, I've heard like no one speaks English, so you got to have someone like. If you're in Tokyo, you can kind of get around, but like outside and you're in the mountainside, no way.
But why do you need to speak English? You can basically like, you can communicate with people without just like.
Just like,
hey, you have money? Let's play dice.
Exactly. True.
You know what I mean? It's so
dice.
interesting when you see people that don't know how to travel around the world. They're just like,
it's a good point.
They speak so fast in English. And people are, oh, you don't speak English? Oh, shit. And you're like,
just body language.
Dude, you're speaking 100 miles an hour and you're talking slang.
Yeah.
Shut up and just
that's
look at them, shake their hand, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, when you get there,
for sure,
you're gonna do just fine whether you're in the mountains or you're in the city. You're gonna be good. I'm
gonna love it.
You're gonna be good.
But yeah, there's a lot of cool. I've always looked at like the whole the art scene out there is wild. I mean, I always looked at like Beams. Beams always is showing like some crazy artists out there.
Cool.
And then there's a lot of like little galleries that are always like they're all like little holes in the wall. But I mean, I've always
looked at.
Yep. Well, that's where like Gonz has shown a bunch, and that's why I always looked at.
Of course, because he's like all over the world. He wants to show.
For sure.
Speaking of like Asia and whatnot, I want to give a shout out to Patrick Wallner. He's from he's Hungarian, but he spent
Eurasian Project, right?
Yeah, he spent some time in New York, and I was filming with him quite a bit when his like senior year of high school here.
Oh wow!
And so
he's a little bit younger.
Way younger.
Working on that, okay.
But he was.
That's huge that he's worked on this project.
He was in the streets filming, and I, through a sponsor I had at the time called Drunken Monkey. Basically, I was like, let's go to Asia and go skate all these spots in China and stuff. And I brought Patrick, and then a couple other friends came. And since that moment, he basically came back and graduated high school, and then like spent the next 10 years of his life in Asia and in Europe. And he ended up making a book called the Eurasian Project. So check it out. It's like every single country in Europe and Asia, like all of Kazakhstan to.
He was also like he went to Thailand, Cambodia, like
every
Vietnam,
single
Laos,
spot.
all those for sure. Yeah, I saw
skated,
that a lot.
and it was with dope crews. And I was on a few missions with him. But check out the book. Check out Patrick. He's like, without him, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. He was there filming me all over the world, and pushing me, and he's just such like a driven artist and videographer and photographer, and I got to give a big shout out to Patrick Wallner. He's just. I'm looking forward to actually doing a project with him in Arizona ST, just because I was telling my boss, like, dude, this guy's like magic.
But didn't Adidas like sponsor?
Sure. We did the Eurasian Project right? all over the world with him.
It was Adidas and was there another brand, or was it just the
Adidas
monkey thing I maybe saw?
it was just an Adidas project, but it was basically like he had done this amazing 10-year tour with like Pat Duffy and like all the Michael Macrot and countless like
huge names.
He was just with Jaws and somebody like somewhere in Africa.
Yeah.
I think it was. Anyway, I'm always just following his travels.
That's huge.
But we got to do a tour together recently with Adidas and to promote his book and his photo show, and it was just, dude, that guy is on fire. So if you don't know about Patrick, you can check him out. He's a really.
And he did a show. We talked about Soho Arts Club before. He did a show at Soho Arts Club, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
He's gonna come to New York. The Soho Arts Club. I mean, Harif, Muska, they've all helped like make that place like what it is today. Siva Walker, Lucas Bufort, Michael Mealy had a show recently there.
It's a wild space. I mean,
Ari had a show there. In the old one on Worcester Street, Gons would come through.
Yeah.
And I remember being stoked on that, like just having the Gons in the gallery, like.
What else was the legacy? So besides that being like Warhol's spot, I knew there was a crazy. Someone had a restaurant there at some point. Do you know that name?
I don't know too much about the restaurant. I just know that Golan, his family owns a framing company called New York Framing, and they used to frame Basquiat and Warhol's work.
That was the other
so
thing.
That's how they know that he was in that spot, because they were picking up work from that. They were picking up work from him at that address.
And someone even showed me.
It's
I remember
70.
There was this like little hole in the wall that you walk back, and it's all brick back there.
I'll probably take it back there.
Yeah, and you were probably the one with the flashlight. There's like a Basquiat, original Basquiat mural back there on the brick, I think, right?
Yeah, it's there's like a little bit of
it's like
a fragment of what was apparently.
Got it.
We're hoping they're
right.
This, so. But it was cool. We still
should have never covered it up. I think although probably makes the space that much more.
That place is like $25,000 a month.
I can't even imagine.
Harif and Galan are ballers to hold that down for 5 years. Insane. Crazy parties took place at that
was a crazy, like, I mean, I had only been there obviously like that for that show and maybe one other show, but besides
glad you got the show there.
Yeah, it was a special place.
Hey, I can't say thanks enough for having me today and being around the Frank crew, and
it's been real.
It's been real lit, and I'm stoked to.
Once again, that's just a rumor.
Yeah.
Can't prove it.
I mean,
it's definitely been lit.
I mean, the lighting's just perfect.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Just thanks for asking me to be on the show.
Hey,
I'm stoked, and
you've done a lot for my career, so I feel like it made sense that just to like have a talk.
You're like, I owe Jay-Z. Let's get him
I owe
on.
you, I guess. Yeah.
I'm hyped to stick around here and see what Chris has got to say. I want to hear some stories about just like
LES days.
New York, Brooklyn stuff that I don't know about.
Yeah.
But and just a shout out to skateboarding. Thanks for everyone that's like been on trips with me and helped like hold the camera and inspired me and just I appreciate all the epic moments that skateboarding brings to you.
Global community.
Yeah, for real.
Awesome.